All right, welcome to another deep dive. This time we're going deep into the world of LangChain.
LangChain.
Yeah, it's been making some serious waves in the AI world lately, and we've got our source material. It's this detailed guide on langchain.pdf,
Right.
and we're going to be pulling out all the juiciest bits of info so we can really understand
Yeah,
just what makes it so special.
absolutely.
So think of this as like your express lane
Yeah.
to becoming a LangChain, I don't know, expert, I guess.
Expert, yeah.
We'll see what happens at the end of this, but you don't have to be a coding whiz to get this. It's really for anyone who's curious about the future of AI. So one of the big questions we're going to be tackling today is just what it is LangChain.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, and the guide describes it as, a way to make it easier
Okay.
to interact with AI models, especially these things called
Yes.
large language models.
LLMs, yeah.
Yeah.
LLMs.
The LLMs. So imagine being able to use these LLMs to solve uh, a whole bunch of different types of problems
Yeah.
across a whole bunch of different fields.
It's powerful stuff.
That's what LangChain,
LangChain helps you do it.
yeah, it helps you do, exactly.
It opens it up to a wider audience. I think that's the important part. Like
Yeah.
you were saying, you don't have to be a coding genius to get this.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a universal translator for AI.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does it actually work? Like, what are some of
Okay.
the key features? What are we talking about here?
So one of the core concepts is LLM chains.
Okay.
And this is really cool. Basically it describes how LangChain lets you connect different models together,
All right.
almost like you're building with Lego blocks.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
So each block or model, it has its own specific function, and you can chain them together to create a more complex and powerful solution.
Okay, so that makes sense. But like when I'm building with Legos, I usually have some sort of instructions
Right.
or like a blueprint.
Right. Of course.
How do you actually tell LangChain what to do with all these models?
That's where the memory comes in.
Okay.
This is another key feature.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what it gives applications the ability to remember past interactions.
Oh, okay.
Which is super important for building these dynamic systems, right?
Yeah.
That can learn and adapt.
So it's not just like, executing commands.
Right.
It's actually about,
It's about learning and evolving.
okay, that's pretty wild. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, AI needs data to learn from.
Data is key.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's it get that data?
Well, it pulls it from everywhere. LangChain is great at that.
Okay.
Data source integration, they call it.
Okay.
It can pull information from, tons of sources, documents, databases, APIs, you name it.
Okay.
It's like giving your AI application access to this massive library of information.
So it's like LangChain is giving these models all the resources they need to become like,
Yeah, super intelligent.
super intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah, pulling information from all these different places.
Right.
Remembering past experiences.
Remembering.
But how does it, how does it actually make sense of all this data? Some of it's got to be really complex, right?
Of course, yeah. And that's where data embedding comes in.
Okay.
So this is what LangChain transforms the data into a format that the AI models can understand and process effectively.
Okay.
Think of it like translating a book
Okay.
from, a language you don't understand into your native language.
Right.
That's kind of what embedding does.
Okay, so it's like making it understandable for
the models.
the models.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm starting to get the bigger picture here.
Yeah. It's not just about using one AI model.
No.
It's like you're creating this whole ecosystem.
It's an ecosystem, exactly.
Where models, data, memory, they all work together.
It all works together.
It's like building this superpowered AI brain.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
But let's take a step back for a sec.
Sure.
Why is LangChain becoming so popular?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons, I think.
Okay.
But I think one of the main ones is its flexibility.
Okay.
You can build a lot of different applications with this. You know, everything from simple chatbots to these really complex data analysis systems.
So it's not just it's not a one-trick pony.
Yeah, it's adaptable.
It's very adaptable.
Yeah.
And it caters to beginners, right? People who are just starting out with AI.
Yeah.
But it also works for the pros, the experienced developers.
Right. So it's got a wide range of...
A wide appeal.
Yeah, appeal.
Yeah.
What else makes it so,
Well, it's open source, which is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, the code is freely available for anyone to use, modify, distribute.
Right.
So you have this really strong community of developers who are constantly contributing to the platform, sharing their knowledge, helping each other out.
Yeah, and that sense of community can be really powerful.
Absolutely.
Especially in a field that's, as complex as AI.
Totally. It's like having this global network of collaborators and supporters.
So we've covered what it is, some of its key features, why it's becoming so popular. But I'm really kind of eager to dive into, some of these real-world applications.
You too, me too. Let's do it.
Like, how are people actually using this thing to build
cool stuff?
Amazing things.
Right. Well, the guide has a whole section dedicated to real-world examples that showcases, some of the amazing applications that are being built with LangChain.
Right. Are you ready?
Let's see it.
To see how it's turning science fiction into reality.
Let's do it.
All right, let's dive into these examples and see what we got.
All right. So you ready to jump into some of these real-world examples?
Yeah. Let's see what people are actually doing with LangChain.
Okay. So the guide mentions a whole bunch of different industries. Healthcare, finance, education, you name it.
Yeah. Where should we start?
Well, one area where LangChain is already making a big splash is in audio and video.
Okay.
So it can analyze and manipulate this multimedia content in some really, really interesting ways.
Okay, I remember seeing a section about that.
Yeah.
Working with audio and video.
Yep, that's the one.
What are some specific examples? Like, what can it actually do?
Well, one that jumps out is audio transcription. So you can use LangChain with these advanced speech recognition models to transcribe things like podcasts, meeting recordings, stuff like that.
Wow, so it can just automatically turn audio into text.
Exactly.
That would be so helpful for anyone who's ever had to transcribe hours of audio.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
That's a lifesaver.
What else can it do with audio and video?
Well, it can also analyze video content to extract, meaningful information. So imagine things like automatically generating summaries of YouTube video.
Oh, wow.
Or identifying key moments. Or even tagging specific objects or scenes.
So it's like having an AI assistant that can watch and understand videos for you.
That's the idea.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Are there any other applications in the multimedia realm?
Oh, yeah, tons. So one of the other big ones is content moderation, which is obviously becoming super important these days.
Right.
Being able to identify inappropriate or harmful content, whether it's in images, videos, audio.
Yeah, keeping the internet safe.
Yeah, exactly. Making online platforms safer for everyone.
It sounds like LangChain is playing a really important role in shaping a more responsible online environment.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so we talk about multimedia.
Yeah.
But let's go back to that list of real applications. What are some other specific examples across different industries?
Where do you want to start?
Well, the one that kind of jumps out to me is healthcare.
Okay, yeah.
They talk about automating medical record analysis to provide concise patient summaries.
Yeah, that could be huge for doctors.
Right. Because they're always so overwhelmed with information.
Yeah, they're drowning in data.
Exactly. So it's like having an AI assistant that can read and understand medical records.
Right.
So doctors can actually focus on, caring for their patients.
Exactly. That's the goal.
What about other industries?
Well, how about e-commerce? Creating those personalized shopping experiences. We're all familiar with those recommendation algorithms.
Yeah.
People who bought this also bought this.
Right.
But LangChain could take this to a whole other level.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How would that work?
Okay, so imagine an online store that, it considers your past purchases.
Yeah.
But it also analyzes your social media activity, the reviews you've written, even your personal style preferences to recommend products that really match your taste.
Wow. So it's like having a personal shopper.
Exactly.
It knows you.
Better than you know yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What other industries are being impacted by LangChain?
Well, finance is a big one. They talk about developing these intelligent advisors for portfolio management.
Okay, so tell me more about that.
So imagine a financial advisor that's powered by LangChain that can analyze market trends, assess your risk tolerance, and then recommend investment strategies
Okay.
that are tailored to your specific financial goals.
So it's like democratizing
Yeah.
access to financial expertise.
Exactly.
Yeah, and not just giving advice,
Right.
but it can also like
Yeah.
automate tasks,
Exactly.
like portfolio rebalancing
Yeah.
or tax optimization.
It can handle all that.
Okay, that's pretty amazing.
And fraud detection, too.
So it's like LangChain is really having this ripple effect across so many different industries.
Yeah, I mean...
Transforming
yeah.
how we work, shop, manage our finances.
It's changing everything.
It sounds like we've only just scratched the surface here.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm curious about the future.
Yeah.
Where do you see LangChain going in the next few years?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, the conclusion of the guide talks about LangChain's potential as like a foundational tool for future AI applications. And, you know, with AI technology evolving so rapidly, I think LangChain is going to play an even bigger role in shaping, you know, the future of AI.
So where do you see it making the biggest impact?
Well, I think personalized medicine is going to be huge.
Okay.
You know, using LangChain to analyze patient data and develop custom treatment plans.
Wow. So it's like tailoring treatments to individual patients.
Exactly. Precision medicine, they call it.
Okay.
I also think we'll see, like, truly intelligent virtual assistants, you know, things that can understand our needs, anticipate our requests, seamlessly integrate with our lives.
It sounds like we're on the verge of this whole new era of...
It's an exciting time.
Yeah, AI innovation.
Oh, sure.
And LangChain is, like, leading the charge.
It is.
This has been an incredibly insightful deep dive.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah, but before we wrap things up, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier about the ethical considerations of using LangChain. Because it's important to acknowledge, you know, the potential impact of these powerful tools.
Absolutely. I mean, while LangChain offers all these incredible opportunities, we need to use it responsibly, ethically.
Right.
You know, be mindful of potential biases in the data.
Right.
Ensure transparency in decision-making processes. Prioritize human well-being above all else.
Yeah, it's like that old saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, exactly.
As we continue to explore the potential of LangChain, we need to have those open and honest conversations about, you know, the ethical implications of AI and make sure that these technologies are being used to benefit society.
Absolutely.
Welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah.
We've gone pretty deep into LangChain.
Yeah, we have.
From its, you know, core features to all these mind-blowing applications across different industries.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like we've only just like scratched the surface of what's possible.
Right.
But before we wrap up,
I
want to make sure our listener, you know, walks away understanding why this tool is so important and what it means for them.
Okay, well, I think one of the key takeaways here is that LangChain is really about democratizing access to AI.
Okay.
It gives you this framework that empowers anyone, you know, regardless of their technical skills, to use these large language models and build these incredible applications.
So it's like LangChain is leveling the playing field.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's giving the same tools that were once only available to, you know, big companies and research labs.
Yeah. To like
everyone.
Individuals and small businesses.
Exactly.
And that's led to like this explosion of creativity. It's incredible. I mean, we've seen LangChain used to build, you know, personalized learning platforms, intelligent financial advisors, systems that can analyze medical images.
Yeah. It's like the possibilities are only limited by our
it seems that way.
Imagination.
Yeah.
And as AI technology keeps advancing, who knows what kinds of applications?
I know. We'll see in the future.
It's an exciting time.
But as we mentioned earlier, it's super important to use these tools responsibly and ethically.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
We need to make sure AI benefits everyone.
Absolutely.
And doesn't, you know, create or worsen inequalities.
We need to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
We have to be.
So for our listener who's been on this journey with us, what's the one thing you want them to remember about LangChain?
I want them to remember that it's a tool that can be used to do good.
Okay.
You know, it can help us solve problems.
It can automate tasks. It can even make our lives better. Right. But we need to use it responsibly with awareness and a commitment to ethics.
That's a powerful message.
Yeah.
So as we conclude our deep dive into LangChain, what's your final thought for our listener?
I want them to ask themselves, what can I solve with LangChain?
Okay.
What challenge can I address?
Mm-hmm.
What opportunity can I seize? What positive change can I create?
Mm-hmm.
LangChain has this potential to empower each of us to make a real difference.
That's a fantastic call to action.
Yeah.
So to our listener, we encourage you to dive into LangChain, explore its possibilities, and see how it can help you unlock the power of AI. And remember, with great power
comes great responsibility.
Use this tool wisely, ethically, and for the betterment of humanity.
Well said.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of LangChain. We hope you found it insightful and inspiring. Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep pushing the boundaries of AI.